Hi, it's time for another math easy solution. To discuss further into the hashtag Tengri137. Now I'm going to go over part 5 of my video series. Yeah, I started labeling everything as in part 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5, just because it's easier to reference, and this series is getting pretty long. Now in this video I'm going to go over an epic intergalactic battle between Tengri137 or their Twitter account at 666AB731 versus at Math Easy Solutions. That's me. So this was a pretty epic battle yesterday night on Twitter. It was pretty fascinating and hilarious. So yeah, I'm gonna pretty much commentate on almost like a play-by-play what happened yesterday, and then I'm gonna go over the derivation of the puzzle that they gave me personally to solve. So yeah, I'll recap on my previous parts. So part 1, it was the magic cubes calculator. Part 2, I did the Odin's Triple Horn, looked at the perfect squares. Part 3, I showed a visual representation of the Odin's Triple Horn. Then part 4, I made my own custom sigma calculation. And a link to all the playlists is over here, and you can download these exact notes in a description here, as well as the Excel file that I made, and everything will be in the video description below. So you can download that and click this link. You can see all the playlists there. And also note, I have a public service announcement at the end of this video about hashtag censorship. So yeah, stay tuned for that part. And this video is going to be pretty epic itself, so buckle up, and it's pretty hilarious commentary. So Tengri137 part 5, epic intergalactic battle on Twitter at 555. I think that's wrong. It's at 666. 666AB731 vs me. So last night I just had an epic alien breakdance math battle against Tengri137 on Twitter. In the words of Ed from the Outer Dark, first some context. So yeah, here's the Tengri's official Twitter account right here, and as you can see, they have 11 tweets total, and 2 of the tweets were at me. That's pretty interesting. So this is the official Tengri137 account. Note that they have only tweeted 11 times, twice at me. And then here's a Twitter link to my last video on the Odin's Triple Horn, and I basically was calling out Tengri137. I said their Triple Horn was cool, but my 20 perfect square sigma symbol is way better. Hashtag yes. Hashtag cicada 3301. There's a link to my video. And then Tengri137, it's pretty clear that they were not too happy about that, so they wanted to call me up. So what is shown is easy to imitate. Try without our example to find it now. And they put a link to Dropbox, and there's me replying, OMG, it sounds good. Hashtag Tengri137. I'll see what I can come up with. And that Dropbox link gets to basically 2 files like this. This is 11 rings 666, JPEG or image file, and this ASC. I'm not too sure what that is. Basically, the Dropbox, the image goes here, and they even made a custom MES for a puzzle for me, and it is a Sigma one. This is in fact the exact font that I use in my video for the Sigma one, so that's good attention to detail. So now they have this giant sphere like this, and a bunch of rings, bunch of circles that you got to fill in the numbers. So basically in that document it says 11 rings, 12 numbers on each ring. The sum of each ring in every direction is our number 666. The numbers in series should be without gaps. Typo. So yeah, I guess aliens aren't good at grammar, but anyways, so without gaps, what is shown is easy to imitate. Try without our example to find it now. Many do not want to believe who we are. We give only examples that everyone can understand. Tengri137 0x66AB731. They also included 3 biblical verses, John 13:15. I've given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you. And Isaiah 5:21, woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. And Romans 2:21, thou therefore which teachest another, teachest thou not thyself? Thou that preachest a man should not steal, dost thou steal? So interesting quotes. And basically, as you can see here, we got to basically have 11 rings. There's 11 of these rings, all of them. Every one of the rings adds up to 666 in every direction, vertical and horizontal. So vertical, horizontal, and all the numbers are in series without gaps. So yeah, basically Tengri137 challenged me to a puzzle, but this time without an example of numbers already filled in, so I can't just reverse calculate and see what they did. So, my response basically hashtag challenge accepted. And the other Dropbox file that they had was this random PGP signature. I'm not sure what that is. If you know what it is, please let me know. So I'm not sure what this means. Virus, maybe? Yeah. Please comment below what it means. Hashtag please. And now here's where the fun starts. Basically, Defango, the online researcher, also in this whole cryptic puzzle series, he made a video after he got notified that Tengri tweeted at me. As you can see in this video, there's my MES puzzle there. So Defango quickly learned about the Tengri137 puzzle or challenge and gave me a shout out. Hashtag thanks Defango. And now this stuff's getting crazier. So he was tweeting at me, I'm going to be looking for your solution to the Tengri puzzle. And I said, thanks, I hope I pass this alien math exam. And he says, dude, I'm rooting for you. Really have the mind for it. Might get a ride in the spaceship. Hope so. I just hope it's not one of those aliens that probe humans. And Defango states, at least they give you math first. Hashtag at least. And then I tweeted at him, I just solved it, we'll share photos soon. In fact, I actually solved it way before. It just took so long preparing the documents or the Excel and the images to show people that I did it, even though I had it done pretty much way before. So this was 11:47 p.m. Let's see when Tengri tweeted at me. Let's see. Where is that one? So that's over here, 10:32. So it was about an hour after. But yeah, an hour after is when I tweeted at him. I had it finished pretty much before that. But again, preparing the document and writing it in every single cell was a pain. So yeah, I solved it fairly quickly, and the majority of the time was actually spent preparing the final images to upload on Twitter. Now if you go on, this is a link to my tweet. So I tweeted at Tengri, I just solved it, what's my prize? And I add Defango, at Ed from the Outer Dark, and another guy, Solver Puzzle 123, that was also trying to solve this. Hashtag Tengri137, hashtag Cicado3301. I put two images, one of the answer, and this is the other one, answer in Excel form. And here's my big giant answer, MES Sigma. And as you could see what I've done here, this is actually a more complicated version than what I realized as the making of this video. I realized I could have done it even simpler. So notice it's all in series. There's 25 there, then it goes to 26 here. Yeah, so we go to 25, then it goes to 26, 27, 28, 29, and then this 31, I'm going to jump this over. So I'm going to jump over to this 32. So as you can see the pattern, 32 goes there, 37 goes across here, 38 goes to there, 39. It's almost in series, like an actual visual series as well. 43 there, and then it goes to 44. 45 goes to 49. 49 goes to 50. And now we have to do the opposite. We can start off from the 86. Notice 86 goes to 85. 80 goes to 79. And then this is just working backward now. 79 goes to 74. 74 goes to 73. 73 goes to 68. And where does 68 go? 67, like that. And then goes to 62. 61, and then goes 60, 59, all the way to 56. So yeah, everything is in perfect series. There's no duplicates, and you could just clearly see that. And then when you put in Excel, you could see them all. And basically, when you put this in Excel, you have the rows or the 5 rings horizontally. Those are all 666. And then the vertically, there's going to be 6 rings vertically. Those add up to 66. And I'll explain this in a bit. I'll go over some more commentary before I get to the derivation. And yeah, right after I posted that solution, a bunch of people started tweeting at me. So Nicola, CIA Grasshopper, tweeted excellent, the trophy symbol, a ride into space with these guys, and aliens. I love your YouTube, and I'm a subscriber. Thanks. Yeah, it's basically hashtag thanks. Thanks for subbing. My subscribers get first dibs on the spaceship rides. Hashtag yes. So yeah, subscribe if you want some rides on that spaceship. And then moments after, Tengri137 tweeted at me, stating, we are impressed and pleased to see that some humans can use their own brains. Your reward is our respect. So that's my reward. It's not as good as spaceship rides, but it's still pretty good. Getting respect from aliens is pretty good. So yeah, thanks. Always fun doing alien math. And now the mayhem gets even crazier. So Defango tweets at me, "Champ, we need to get this guy a belt or something." And then I responded, "You mean this belt? Hashtag the champ is here." And there's my heavyweight WWE championship wrestling belt. I don't know why I have this. And there's my computer with the solution there. And then Defango shocked, saying, "We are not worthy. Hashtag champ is here." Tengri challenge. The Tengri challenge has been completed. What's next for humans? And tweet, "I do it for the people. Hashtag people's champ." Another person, Nolan, tweets, "I do it for the LOLs or the LOLs counter puzzle for the alien." Great idea, actually. And that's something I actually will look into. So yeah, I'm working on it. As can be seen, there was clearly a lot of mayhem happening on Twitter. I'll work on sending Tengri a counter puzzle to test their alien powers. Hashtag stay tuned. I even got a shout out from Ed from Outer Dark. "Well done, Easy Math Solutions. You bet this is going into the roundup." Just typo there. Hashtag for humanity. So yeah, it was a battle for humanity actually. So I responded, "Sweet, thanks Ed. I'm always there when you need me to battle mathematical alien puzzles. Hashtag Team Humans. Hashtag for some context." So yeah, big shout out from good guy Ed. Always great to make it onto his video. Hashtag yes. Hashtag success. Yeah, he's a pretty popular YouTuber. And then here's the reaction response from Defango. He uploaded his video. It's actually hilarious. You got to check it out. And there's him. There's my solution. So he posted, "Matthew's solution solves the Tengri 1-7 challenge in 20 minutes. Hashtag Team Humans." Like he already solved it. This guy's good. Hashtag Team Humans. Yeah, big shout out to Defango again. Thanks for that. And then interesting, someone tweeted, "Yeah, now someone with good Photoshop skills, you know what to do." And yeah, basically people get some memes made ASAP. Hashtag yes. And also there's another tweet. It was pretty interesting. So Saint asks, "Hi, Miss, how difficult is making a 666 cube? College degree, a PhD, genius, or out of this world? Thanks." And I respond, "Well, a degree in YouTube, particularly an MES degree by watching my math videos, is best." It actually is pretty best because I go in extreme detail. They're not the fanciest videos, but it's pretty much, if you want to save a college degree, just watch my videos. You'll know more math than the most college students. Pretty much even more than aspiring math majors. So yeah, I did engineering in school, and then I just did math because no one taught it well, and they barely went over it. And I really liked it, so I wanted to do it on my own. And basically all you need is focus and willpower, and then you could just solve anything. It's pretty straightforward. Well, the idea is straightforward. Focus and willpower, and that's anything you can get done. You just gotta keep those in mind. And now Red Pillin asks, "Can we all just ignore Tengri now? The original puzzle was alright, but now it's solved. They got nothing. Hashtag weak sauce. Hashtag eyes on the prize." And I don't fully agree with this. But then I reply, "I think Tengri is helping people become smarter math, so maybe they can stay a little while longer." Hashtag yes. Which is in fact true. They are helping a lot of people get interested in math, because I've never seen anything like this on YouTube or on social media where people are actually trying to solve math problems. It's usually they just look the other way. But yeah, so it's a great thing Tengri is doing. So another person asks, "Are you a human? LMAO. Good question. I don't like revealing all my secrets." Hashtag maybe. Hashtag maybe not. Hashtag secrets. Alright, that is enough context. And now some content. And now here's an important tip in solving this math question. It's actually an important life tip. The basis of solving any math puzzle, or pretty much anything in life, is first describing it properly and as accurately as possible. So let's make sense of what we were asked to find. Here's how I derive this. So we have 11 rings. 12 numbers on each ring. The sum of each ring in every direction is our number 666. The numbers in series without gaps. So let's look at this. So we have 11 rings, so we can even see that there's one here if you look at it horizontally like this, and then you go around it like that. So we have, let's count these. Let's say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we have a second one here. I'm going to count this as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So every single one of them has 12 of these. 11, 12, and then you get the idea. So basically this is the second one there, this is the third one, this is the fourth one, this is the fifth one. They're all connected by lines like that, and there's going to be, so that's 5 rings like that. Now you can see the vertical ones. So yeah, the vertical ones, well, the difference with the vertical ones is there is 2 of these numbers that are connected in every single one of the vertical ones. I'm going to call this one 0, and I'm going to call this number 13. So I'm going to first, let's look at this outer one around the edges like that. So as you can see there, this goes through the ones. This is all ones, 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 and then it goes through all the way to the 7s like this, on this way, all the way around this ring. And this is going to go to, I'm going to call this is the 7, so that's the 7, 7, 7. Yeah, so as you can see that now if we go, let's say somewhere in between this ring here, so let's say we go down across, let's look at actually, actually across the 3s. So if we go across the 3s, all the way down, what we get is all the way to the 13. This is going to be 3, 3, 3. And notice the pattern. This one is actually, if this is all the way around, the 3 is going to go backwards into, yeah, this one's actually to the 9. This is actually across there to the 9. And this is 9, 9, 9. And this, yeah, doesn't look as clear, but it actually does go through there. If you look at a more clear one, is this 10s across that. The 10 goes to the 4. Look at as you notice, it just goes to the opposite. So it's to the 4. So 10 goes to 4. This is all through the 10s. Now you have the 4, 4, yeah, 4, 4 like that. And the 10 is in the back side of it. Yeah, so you see the pattern. Whenever there's a 2 on the vertical, if you go to the 2 goes to all the way to 8 like that. If you go to 12, the 12 is going to be, yeah, the 12 is 6. So you can see, one goes to 7, and as you can see, when you go right once here, you have to go left here. So 1 goes to 7, 2 goes to 8, 3 goes to 9, 4 goes to 10, 5 goes to 11, 6 goes to 12, like that. And what I mean by that is that's the rings across, and there's going to be, out of the vertical ones, there's going to be 1, 2, yeah, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 6, and it just loops around all the way to the back. The 7 you ignore because the 1 is counted towards it. So now the idea is finding patterns in it. So what I've done is I've made a table so that we can easily write everything. So as you can see, there's 5 horizontal rings. Yeah, whoops, so we have 5 horizontal rings. There's a total count of 62 total, because 5 times 12 is 60, plus these extra 2, 62 total numbers. And now what we have is there's 1, 2, 3 all the way to 12 for the first ring horizontal, all the way to 5th ring like that. And then what we want is each one of these equals to 666, equals to 666, etc. So it goes to all of them equal to that. And then on the vertical side, remember the 1 and 7s are connected. So the 1s and 7 need to add up to 666. So we have this like this. So I'm going to put this right here, as well as these 7s. Go here, and these have to add up to 666, and likewise the 2s with the 8s, and then the top 0 is shared amongst every vertical ring. So there's 6 across here, 0, 0, 0, and the bottom, the 13 has to be shared across all of the vertical rings as well at the bottom. So the 2s goes to here, so I'm going to call this 1 for this. So the 1 goes here, the 2 goes across there, and there's the 3, 3 is 9, 4 is 10, 5 is 11, 6 is 12, like that. So then basically this column, the 6 columns have to add up to 666 total, the combination of both. So now if you have seen my part 4 video, the pattern that I used in creating my sigma calculation is actually very similar to what we have right here. Here are the steps that I follow to solve this puzzle. First, let's take the simplest 12 number sum in series, that's just 1, 2, 3, all the way to 12. Add to the series until we get a summation equaling 666. Then create 4 more series by subtracting from the lower half and adding to the other half in exactly the same pattern that I did for creating this one. So make sure to watch that video, and I'll try to illustrate this as clearly as I can here. So basically the reason we can add to the lower half of each series, and I'll explain this in a bit, and then so we can subtract from it, add to the upper half, so we don't change the summation and thus have unique numbers that are all in series. So then what we're going to do is just then figure out patterns that you can tie into the sphere puzzle above. Yeah, so here's what I've done. So if I took a series from 1 to 12, if you add them all up, the sum is going to be 78. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 49 to each one. So 1 plus 49 is 50, like that. 2 plus 49 is 2 plus 49 is 51. 3 plus 49 is 52. It's all the way to 12 plus 49 is going to be 61. And now what we get is 666. You can play around with that and change it, and you'll see that only 49 works. And then what I'm going to do next is subtract from the lower half. So I'm going to create 4 more series that all add up to 666. The reason I'm doing 4 is so because we have 5 columns. So we have 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so now what I'm doing here, because we want it to be all in series and all unique numbers. Whenever you do the same thing to whatever you do, let's say subtract from a set of numbers, you have to do the exact same to the other side. So if we subtract by 6 on every single one, so 50 minus 6 or plus negative 6 or just minus 6 is 44. 51 minus 6 45. 52 minus 6 is going to be 46. But then because it's all a giant equation, if whatever we do, if we subtract 6 times, we need to add 6 times, so I'm going to add to them on this side. So plus 6, 59 plus 6, 65. And the reason we're doing this, we subtract 6 so that we go from 55 as the middle point there. When you subtract, or the highest point of this sphere, so I'm going to cut this in half. I'm only going to look at both halves. Again, similar to the sigma video, so make sure to watch that. It's very, very informative. So anyways, if you go to this 55 minus 6, we get 49. Notice that 49 is in series with 50. So then the highest number of this half is 49, which is just 50 minus 1. So then we have 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, etc. And this one we're adding 6 because again there's 12 total numbers. And to get in series, we're obviously going to add half on each side, or subtract half on the other side. So now if we look at this part here, so this 6, the reason we're doing that is, again, we have this 56. If we add 6, we get 62, like that. And now look at 62. This is 1 more than the highest on the previous series, so that's 61. So now we have this top one, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, etc. So that's all in series, and then the summation remains 666. And that makes sense because, well, if you just think about this, if you have 1 here, 1 plus 12, that's just going to be, well, that's going to be 13. And now 2 plus 11 is going to be, well, still 13. And that's because, well, if you just look at this one here, if we plus 1 there, we have to subtract 1, so we're not doing anything. Plus 1 minus 1, that just cancels. So this always has to equal to 13. And going even further, what we notice is this is just, 13 is actually 78 divided by 6. We divide that in, that's 13. And what we'll see the pattern is here. Here's the pattern that we see. So if we look at this one, 50 plus 61 equals to 111. Or 111, which is also equal to 66 divided by 6 is equal to 111. Again, as expected. This one 78 divided by 6, this one 666 divided by 6. And now the next one, if you look at this 51, it goes to 60. So whenever there's a polar opposite, there's a 2, there's the 11, there's the 1, there's the 12, all the way across there. And I'll show you how this all ties into the sphere. So notice these are all pairs going to 111. And again, this has to make sense. This is always going to be the same whenever you're dealing with a polar opposite. Now, even if you look at this 26, all the way up opposite is 85, add those up, 26 and 85, you get 111. Same thing here, 31, the opposite of that is going to be here. So in opposite, in terms of, this is the highest, so that's a high plus the low of the other side. So you split these up, low is 80, high is this one, that's going to be 111. So 30 plus 80. As you get, 31 plus 80, like that, 111. So that's what I mean by opposite. So if you go the lowest, the highest, adds them up, it's 111. So note that each pair equals to 111, which is 666 divided by 6, and are aligned exactly as the sphere. In fact, that is true. We just have to change up how they look like. all you have to do is, instead of going from, let's say, 38 to 73, we could just move the 73 over here. So we can, instead of writing it like that, we can write 73, 72, 71, 70, 69, 68. So we just rearrange that. Then what we have is now 38 and 73, 39, 72. Notice the difference. I mean, notice the similarities with this one right here. Now we're dealing with 1, 7, 2, 8. So notice the difference. And those are all pairs equaling to 1, 1, 1. So this isn't too surprising because whenever we add to one number, we subtract the same amount from the polar opposite number, as I showed above. This means that we now have 5 sets of pairs that add up to 5 times 1, 1, 1 for each of these 6 vertical rings. And you can see that right here. So for each of these rings, we're going to have 5 sets. So we have this and this, this and this, this and this, this and this, this and this. Each of these pairs add up to 1, 1, 1. And then we have 5 of these. And then all we're left with now is this one right here and this one right here, which, as I'll explain, also have to add up to 1, 1, 1. So basically the last set is just the bottom and the top numbers that only requirements that they combine to equal 1, 1, 1. And yeah, I forgot to illustrate this part. So we have 5 sets of pairs that add up to 5 times 1, 1, 1, which is 5, 5, 5 for each of the 6 vertical rings. So again, the last one is just the bottom and top numbers that only requirements that they combine to equal to 1, 1, 1 like that. Because 1, 1, 1 plus 5, 5, 5 is equal to 6, 6, 6. So combine these, we get 6, 6, 6. So to ensure all the numbers are in series, those numbers must be 25 and 86. Because remember, when we keep subtracting and then adding on the other side, the lowest number is going to be 26, highest 85. So then we have to subtract 1 to get 25, add 1 to get 86. Like that. So we need to pick 25 and 86. And here's what I came up with. In fact, actually, I'll make a note first. So note, I just realized that my original sphere was done in a more complicated way, and the result is shown below. This is the one that's used in all the Twitter photos. It's the exact same as above, but I realized that I overcomplicated it when I was solving it. All you got to do is look at this one here. So you have the 50 goes to 61, and this is all this is working backwards like that. 50 plus 61 is 1, 1, 1. 60 plus 51 is 1, 1, 1. And then look at the summation, all the sides is 1, 1, 1. I mean, it's 6, 6, 6. And yeah, same idea here. So all we're doing is we take this part here, so we're taking this 61 and we flip them. And yeah, just as we did here, 73, 72, 71. And notice what we have here, 73, 72, 71, etc. In fact, all this is all this orange one I've made is just made as a calculation where this equals to 1, 1, 1 minus 50, because remember it's a pair, both of them have to equal to 50, both of them have to equal to 1, 1, 1, so when you subtract this you get 61, this one is 60 minus, this is 1, 1, 1 minus 51, and this is all just calculation across, so these are all the calculation of this minus whatever this number is, so 1, 1, 1 minus whatever this number is, so that it's a pairs, and they force that they combine equaling to 1, 1, 1. Notice they're all in series, and there's our 25 and 86, so that they equal to 1, 1, 1. And then there's everything 6, 6, 6. And notice how we have 25 on each row. Each of these columns is 25 because we have to use this one over and over again because that connects all of the 6 vertical rings, and the bottom part 86 connects all of the vertical rings again. And again, I just don't realize that my original sphere was done in a more complicated way, and the results shown below, the only difference I had there was I actually flipped these around. It doesn't actually matter which order you have, so I moved these around. It's still the same answer. So this is the one that you're dealing with, is instead of also making it go backwards, I also switched the calculation across here. So notice the size here. This goes 50, 44, 38, 32, and then I switched them around it, but it's still the exact same. And this one is this one here, and I'll show you that. And there is a giant sphere with all of the numbers inside, like that. And also tried to make a sphere out of Excel. It's hard to do the shape. You can stretch it like that. So yeah, it's not as cool. But anyways, hashtag amazing stuff. And now I'm just going to show you that Excel sheet I made. So here is what I have made. You can again download this in the link below in the description. And as you can see what I have made here. So let's go to that first part here. So I have these 12 there's 12 numbers in series. If you change this, for example, 50, you'll see that this goes to 68. And if you go to 1, it just adds up by 1 there. I mean, it adds up by 12 actually, because you're adding 1 to every single one. So you're adding 1 12 times. So 49 is the only one that gets to 666. And here I've subtracted every single one by 6, added every single side here by 6, and then we have it all 666 there. And then here I have put all of these lower halves onto the left side. And then here I've just subtracted everything by, subtract 111 or 111 and by these ones, or subtracted these numbers from 111. Again, like I showed before, you could just switch these around, doesn't matter. If I just move this across, because remember the pairs, as long as the pairs are good, everything else is good. So if we do that, the numbers will change, but now all we do is make this 1 minus this one. Because now they're pairs. Now they have to add up to 111, and then there's go 666. And again, the reason is because this summation is over here. So if you flip these around on the other side, doesn't matter. As long as you have this part going highest to lowest, this one lowest to highest, or you can even switch these around, but then this has to be switched as well. And see the summation like that, and there's a 25 and 86, and there's that sphere I tried making. Anyways, so that's what I have there. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. So also I will take a look at the rest of the Tengri 1 through 7 puzzles and calculations. So stay tuned for what I discover next. And now I want to do a public safety or public service announcement. The best part of the entire alien math battle last night was Defango's live stream, which showed his initial reaction to hearing about Tengri 137's tweet. Then later on his reaction when I solved the puzzle. It was actually pretty hilarious. Hashtag priceless. He also recorded both videos while live streaming and uploaded them in real time while the entire Tengri 137 community was on watch to see the epic battle taking place. It was actually pretty amazing. I haven't seen anyone do that before. And there's my here's a video of his live stream. It's like 4 hours long. As you can see here is my Twitter page, and there's our grade calculator and percentage calculator. There's me. But yeah, check out our other calculators. Pretty interesting stuff. So yeah, so check out that video. His reactions are pretty hilarious. So at the 54:25 mark, Defango gets notified of Tengri tweet. Then at the 2-hour 13 mark and 17-second mark, Defango finds out about me solving the puzzle. It's absolutely hilarious. You gotta watch it. So basically, this shows the amazing power to connect people and events in real time that being freely able to live stream provides. So the live stream technology is amazing. But like with all great technologies, the authoritarians are there to try to control, regulate, tax, and enslave us all. This is not Joe. This is just serious stuff. So yeah, I highly recommend watching this video. This is by Computing Forever. So license to stream, state-sanctioned control of the internet, which is coming here, and it's already here in many places. So Germany labels Twitch a radio service, tells streamers they now require broadcasting license. What the F? And then YouTube's probably gonna be followed suit as well. So this video is a must-watch. The censorship is just ramping up. So independent thinkers are being attacked at every turn, from fake news censorship, quote fake news, just to silence independent media. YouTube demonetization has hit me huge as well. Now that my YouTube channel is actually finally getting a bunch of subscribers and views, the revenue just keeps going down and down. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, please donate to my Patreon if you can, because it appears that's like the only way people can fund themselves nowadays. So and now they're attacking live streaming. Unbelievable. Hashtag we must fight back. So we must unite against the censorship and demand freedom of speech everywhere and anywhere. I suggest posting to social media and or tell at least one person about instances of censorship at least once per day for the rest of your life. This is important stuff, because hashtag free speech is everything. And believe me, it is everything. If you don't have free speech, you can't argue things that are oppressive, because you don't have free speech. If you can't argue something that's oppressive, then no law will change for that. And so the censorship is just getting absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's pretty intense. I had to go through all the commentary on this on Twitter. It was absolutely hilarious. So yeah, check out Defango's videos and reactions. Absolutely hilarious. And also Tengri 1 through 7, I wonder what they're thinking. At least I impressed some aliens. Pretty interesting. So yeah, hopefully I get my spaceship rides, and subscribers, I'll send you some I'll send you tickets to these spaceship rides. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed. Like always, you can download these exact notes in the video description below, as well as the Excel file. Play around with it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see if I can tackle more Tengri 1 through 7 stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another Math Easy